Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. So a while ago I reviewed this and another figure, and since I reviewed them I've customized this. It's been repainted, and if you saw the video I made, I've added jaw articulation and I've added bicep articulation to this one. Now I've been working on the other one, and the other one is almost ready. He's in pieces now, so I'll show you, but I won't be able to stand him up. He can't support his weight to start gluing some stuff in, but here is his body, hips and the shoulders. And I'm not going to push the shoulder joints anymore in, otherwise he'll lose his articulation. At the moment he can go 3 clicks. He can go 1 up and 2 down, because the arms have these big parts here. If I cut that off, he get maybe 4 or 5 clicks on that. And he's got the bicep articulation as well. This arm gets 90, and this one gets maybe a smidgen over 90 on that one. I've done the legs, the hips are on there. He has a double kneecap, so he can get over 90 degrees, just about. He can swivel just about on the foot, and he gets tippy toe and dorsal flexation, same on both sides. And you see the wire in there, that is for his jaw articulation. Moves from the top, not the bottom, because normally we'd move from the bottom, so he gets a little bit of motion on that, he gets something. And he is going to be huge. I can't stand him up because he won't support his own, well, until I glue the hip joints in. They'll be glued into the leg here, not into the hip. Until I glue the hip joints in, he can't support his own weight, but I'll give you an idea of how big he is. Bear in mind, he's supposed to be 1/18 scale. Here's him. His head won't stay on, I don't think, without... In fact, let me push his head on first very quickly, and so get an idea. Just get it to stay on a little bit, not properly. Okay, and maybe if I add his add a wing, so he will stand up about that tall. And this is the guy he came with. Look at the size difference. He's massive. These are supposed to be 1/18 scale. They're big anyway for 1/18 scale. I show against with a 1/12 scale hand ninja. This is just the videos. You can see he can work for 1/12 now. Now if I use a 1/18, this is Fusion from Fortnite. Oops, his leg's bending. You can see that he is massive. He's going to tower above one of his scale and be a really nice demon, or dragon, or whatever you want to call him. The other thing that I'm thinking of doing articulation wise is I'm thinking of cutting the tails. Just spat on my table. Nice and clean now, getting to dinner off it. Is cutting the tail into maybe 1, 2, again, what's wrong with me? Need a bib. 1, let me see, 1, 2, 3 segments. So that'd be 3 cuts and give me 4 segments. And I need to get 4 screws. You put a screw into one end of each of the segments, and the other segment you make a hole smaller than the screw head, and you've got to hollow out like this, so the hole is bigger inside than the actual opening. Does that make sense? Heat up the hole, push a screw on so it's tight, then you've got a tail that can turn with articulation. Now the only problem is, because of these scales here, it won't always line up. Of course, I could cut those off, or I could just use it to line up the scales, but there, so his tail can go completely backwards instead. So I'm considering doing that, but he is approaching being finished. I still have to do a little bit more on the epoxy tidying up. Got some sculpting there to match underneath as well. But it is getting there now. So it's taken me quite a while. I've learned quite a lot. Sculpting is still very bad, but it is improving. Though it's pretty decent on the arms there. So this is going in the right direction. I'm happy where this is progressing. I will show you something that took quite a long time to do. Because it's hollow, I had to fill out a lot of it with green stuff. This so these hips could go in far enough, and this so there's something for this to actually anchor into, and a toothpick just to give a bit of strength and a guide so I don't cover these screw holes there. This has taken a long time. I've learnt a lot. Skills are improving. I've really enjoyed it, and it'll be finished, I don't know when. Maybe a week, maybe a month, but I will do another video when it's done and show you guys. And then after that, I'll consider going to this guy again, adding hip and knee and ankle, maybe even foot articulation. 1, 2, 4 joints to each leg, which will involve obviously cutting up this nice painted stuff, but that's really easy to repaint. It's only like black undercoat and 2 dry brushes on the legs. Really easy to match again, and so he would probably come about that much taller, I would imagine. He'll look pretty good like that too. So I'll consider doing that, and maybe I will also add wrist turn to both of these guys. I'm not sure yet. Maybe that's not really needed for what I'm going to use them for. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys, my big pile of parts here. I'm signing out saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, and check out the rest of my contents. I've got loads of videos on different scales: fantasy, sci-fi, contemporary, military, etc. 118 scale, 112 scale, 124 scale, 128 scale, 135 scale. Bye bye.